Hello everyone. Oh wait, isn't it too dark in here? I can't see anything. I think I should switch on the light first. Yes, all good now. Does this mean that light is necessary for us to see? Well, the answer is yes, and I am here to explain all about it. So there are three conditions for vision. The first one is that there must be presence of natural or artificial light. In my room, the bulb is a source of light as it produces its own light. Other examples are the sun and a candle. Second condition is that light must fall upon the object which is to be viewed. This light bounces back towards our eyes, and that is how we see that object. The process of light bouncing back after hitting the surface of an object is called reflection of light. And reflection of light towards our eyes is the third condition for vision. So any object that we can see is a reflector of light. Now let us know some basic terms that are important for understanding the process of reflection of light. A line that is perpendicular to the surface of an object is called a normal. The light ray which strikes the surface is called the incident ray. The normal is drawn at the point of incidence only. The ray that comes back from the surface after reflection is known as the reflected ray. And further, the angle between the normal and incident ray is called the angle of incidence, that is I, and the angle between the normal and the reflected ray is known as the angle of reflection, R. Now that we know these terms, we can learn about certain laws that govern the process of reflection. There are two main laws of reflection. First law states that the angle of incidence I is always equal to the angle of reflection R. It can never be a case that angle of reflection differs from angle of incidence. If angle I is suppose 30 degrees, the corresponding angle R will be 30 degree as well. And similarly, if angle I is greater, angle R is also greater. The second law of reflection states that the incident ray, normal at the point of incidence, and reflected ray all lie in the same plane. A plane is basically a two-dimensional flat surface such as a paper. So now we can further understand the different types of reflection. There are two types of reflections. One is regular or specular reflection, and other is irregular or diffuse reflection. Specular or regular reflection. It refers to a clear and sharp reflection that takes place on a smooth surface. The reflected rays are parallel because there is not much variation in the angles of reflections between various points. A mirror has a smooth surface, thus it is an example of regular reflection. On the other hand, irregular or diffuse reflection takes place on rough surfaces. In this case, the reflected rays are not parallel to each other. You must be wondering that if all the incident rays are parallel, then how come the reflected rays are at different angles? Well, that is because different points on a surface will have different normals. So, the laws of reflection are still followed here. So I hope this lesson was useful to you all, and we can have a look at the summary now.